2-minute history with Kush. Gone. 2-minute histories. Why do we salute magpies? This is a long-standing one, and it's a fascinating one as well. Magpies are often seen as otherworldly. They're also birds associated with prophecy, and it was believed over the centuries that they were harbingers of mischief, which anyone who has much to do with magpies, particularly on farms and things, will know that is absolutely the case. But also that they could prophesy death, and they knew who was going to live and who was going to die. The idea of saluting them or touching your chest is to show deference, is that politeness will ward off mischief. That was the belief. The other thing that's fascinating about this is that magpies were said in Christianity to be the bird, the only bird that did not cry at the crucifixion and did not mourn the passing of Christ, nor did they go onto the ark. So in Christianity, they are somewhat of a, let's say, a handful. And in pagan belief, they were also the bird that could travel between the two worlds, again, sort of emphasizing their prophetic powers. So they've long been associated with being able to foresee and foretell death. So the notion of keeping the somewhat mischievous and insightful magpie happy is a tradition that still remains to this day. The Victorians almost drove them to extinction, but they are still with us. The old rhyme, of course, 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for a girl, 4 for a boy, and so on. Magpies are very sociable creatures, and the idea of 1 for sorrow was to mean that perhaps they'd lost their partner, perhaps to death, as they do tend to be rather loyal partners. And so you would acknowledge a magpie on its own as 1 for sorrow, not always foretelling sorrow of your own, but more that these communal birds were on their own. So there you go, the maybe not humble, but the notorious magpie.